Hey there, welcome to Optimize Your Life. It's your host, Dr. Lily, aka the Mind Shifter. On today's show, we are continuing with our breast series, Love Your Breasts. We're going to be hearing about public perception on breast cancer awareness. We are going to be talking about the differences between a screening mammogram and a diagnostic mammogram, and we'll also get to talk about other helpful health information tips. Lots of good information coming your way. Enjoy the show.
My name is Oma, and I work with Backup Cash, and this is
Evelyn, Backup Cash. First thing that comes to my mind when I hear breast cancer is the scale of cancer. First thing that comes to my mind.
well for me. So I don't know if I don't know, but I think because I used to work with a magazine, and I remember that my very first major feature was actually on breast cancer. So I had to actually research and interview breast cancer survivors. So for me, that experience, I would say, was talking about it. You can say I have those pimples. Like it felt like I actually know breast cancer. Let me put it that way. Just hearing them speak, you're speaking to someone and the person just takes off their bra, and you legit see that, you can see that they had to take that part off to be able to still have a life and to be able to live. And it just shows what people go through in order to live beyond this breast cancer. I don't know if I want to call it a disease, but I just feel that if you're able to find out on time, and you can still live a normal life if you find out that you actually have. So for me, when I hear the word breast cancer, first thing that comes to mind are the survivors that actually interviewed.
Okay, for me, I feel the regular person, the advice I'll give is check all the time. Examine your breast all the time, because if you get used to examining your breast, you tend to know when something is different about it. You tend to know if it's shaped differently, or there's a lump that is not moving, something. You tend to detect those things early because you do it consistently. So I feel what I'll tell the people, I just feel check early, check on time, check all the time.
So it's pretty much the same thing. And then for those because I remember even one of the ladies who I actually interviewed, she said the person who discovered that she had a lump was her husband.
How did he do it?
The husband's hand was always there.
Exactly. How is he feeling it?
His hand was always there.
So he was the one who actually said, babe, I feel something, like go and check this. And I was like, oh no, I'm saying this because a lot of us as women, even when we are, not even as women, as human beings, you have headache. You say, oh, let me just watch the headache tomorrow, next tomorrow. And then next tomorrow is like, me now, I feel like my mouth has been feeling some type of way. I'm like, okay, you know what, after this job, I'll go to the hospital. That is how you've been after the job, you go to the hospital, then you now become like really serious. So even for, people around, and then when you find out that someone a loved one actually has breast cancer or any kind of cancer for that matter, please don't desert them. Don't, because the truth is that sometimes it's not even the cancer that actually kills. It's the fact that they don't have the right support system. So please, let's support. Hey everyone, I'd like to give a shout out to Lillywomen's Health. Early detection is key. Make sure you outsmart cancer, and just make sure you keep checking.
Thank you, ladies. Very enlightening to listen to their perception of breast cancer, even though they're still young and may not be considered to be at high risk currently. But the message is obvious, meaning be proactive about your breast health. Be breast aware. Stop putting things off so you can be there for your loved ones, ladies. In terms of the different types of mammograms and going for checkup, a mammogram is a special x-ray of the breast. So similar to a chest x-ray, it uses the same mechanism as a chest x-ray, but instead of imaging your chest, it images your breast. And it is this modality that is used worldwide to screen the breast, meaning a woman who does not have any symptoms of discharge, of pain, of a lump, starts to get a screening mammogram, I advocate for starting at age 40 and maybe even sooner for people who have a high risk of breast cancer in their family, or if they're a population who is considered to be high risk, to actually start having mammograms sooner than the age of 40. But it would be considered a screening mammogram when it's just part of a health check, you're asymptomatic, you're not having any symptoms. And this should be done every single year. That is the crux for early detection, meaning if your screening mammogram is normal today and you're 40, you should continue to do those mammograms for quite a while until you reach a certain age where the outcomes of cancer itself would not be quite as risky compared to other things and other diseases that you would have as you enter into older age. So if you're now 45 years old and you've been getting your mammograms now for 5 years, if something new is detected on that mammogram, we'll know, number one, that it's new, so that means we need to act on it. And a lot of times, because we've been keeping an eye on it, it will be caught at a stage that's very, very early. And that's what we mean by early detection saves lives. Meaning, even if your mammogram is normal the first time, subsequent ones gives us an opportunity to catch things pretty much as soon as it has started. What is a diagnostic mammogram? A diagnostic mammogram is a mammogram that's done for a woman that's having a symptom, such as a lump, bloody nipple discharge, pain, puckering of the skin. Essentially, you're saying there's something that's not right for me, and so that needs to be evaluated. And typically, if you're over the age of 30, it starts with a mammogram, and then the protocols that we follow, where you may need an ultrasound if you're if you're feeling a mass in your breast, if you're having bloody nipple discharge, you may need an ultrasound, and then based on what that ultrasound shows, you may also end up needing a biopsy. Not everything that's biopsied leads to cancer, but we have to start somewhere, and typically we start with the mammogram. And for women under the age of 30, we start with an ultrasound. But it's always best to go to a breast health specialist, because they are breast trained and they will follow proper evidence-based protocols to attend to taking care of you. I hope you've enjoyed the show. Thank you for joining us at Optimize Your Life. Subscribe to our YouTube channel. Visit our website for more information. Follow us on social media. And as you know, we want you to dream more, be more, live more. My one piece for you today is to be empowered. Do not give your power away to fear or self-limiting beliefs. Believe in yourself and the power that lies within you, knowing that there is no limit to what you can do. Take care and see you next time.